Welcome back. So today I want you all to guess what's in. No, wait. No. Because by the time this goes up, you're going to see the title anyway. You already know what's in here. Alright. So, yay. Welcome back. And boom. We're going to be getting all up into the Flights of Fancy collection. I'm freaking it. What's that? Oh, the pin that comes with it. Okay. So it actually does come pretty well packaged in here. There was a bubble wrap right on top, but my daughter loves taking the bubble wrap and she snatched it right out of there. So, so there goes that. But it did come really nicely packaged. It comes with the paper at the top. This thing doesn't shake around, doesn't move, doesn't go anywhere. So hopefully there's nothing destroyed inside. I have been super excited about this. I ordered this on Thursday as soon as it dropped. Was it Thursday or was it Wednesday? I want to say Wednesday. Actually, I ordered it on Wednesday as soon as it dropped, and I've been so excited to get it. It came in yesterday, which was Friday, and it's already here. So we're going to open this bad boy on camera together. As soon as I can find something I can open it with, that'd be fantastic. Okay, let's just, use our handy dandy tweezers. But yeah, so it came with the bubble wrap and everything. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Okay, more bubble wrap. Alright, very not bad. Open that up right there. Woo! It's funny because it's like you see these things online anyway, because I'm pretty sure everyone's already seen the pictures by now. But it's still, I don't know, just so much more awesome when you get to see it in person on your own. So we have the 3 baked blushes. Those are in... I'm sorry, get the bubble wrap. Let me just, can I get this out of, no, I can't. All right. I'm a mess right now. Okay, so we're gonna, let me put this down now. So we have here the first baked blush in the shade Don't Flutter Yourself. And let's snap that open right there. Ow, I just chipped off my freaking... So, today's video is clearly going to be a hot mess. In case you expected anything better. Don't expect anything better at all. Don't expect me to be able to actually open the products either. Because, that's... You know what? I'm going to first pull everything out of the box. And then we're going to peel everything open off camera. And then do swatches and stuff. And try not to be so much of a freaking hot mess. The next one we have here is in Pout of Paradise. And this one is like a muted orange, almost terracotta kind of color. And next we have, what the hell? There's no packing seal on this one. Like, can you see that all the rest of them have like the barcode and the packing seal that you kind of have to unzip to take off? Like, this one has no packing seal. And I haven't opened anything. I mean, lifting the wand out of the tube, it doesn't... Alright, whatever. Whatever. And we're back. Okay, so I got everything open and just left it open. I won't even tell you how long that took me. But here we go. So this is the first blush, and this is Don't Flutter Yourself. So it's a very like golden, I don't know if that's an overspray or if it's actually throughout the whole blush, but it is a golden sheen covered, very light peachy blush. Let's swatch that bad boy real quick. So it picks up the light a lot. You can see that. So I think this is definitely going to be like a dual blush and highlight inside. The next one we have here is Hummingbird Hype, which I think definitely might be too deep for me. Or actually it might be too light for me because that almost disappears into my skin tone. That's so odd. Oh, that's so funny. I was not expecting that. And the very next one that we have is Dare to Soar. Okay, let's go with that one right there. It So they look a little darker in the pan than they do once you get them onto your skin. So that'll be interesting to see once I get it on my face. And then now let's go to the eye shades, which stop ruffling my feathers. That's what it looks like on the inside with the plastic case covering it. And I'm not going to, you know, get into swatching all of these by finger because finger swatches always look much better. We're going to move on to the lippies, which this one is Fly Gal, which I said before, like that pastel baby pink thing going on there. Very shiny, very glossy. Don't really smell like anything at all. Like a corpse. Baby pink is definitely not my color. It almost looks purple. Eee. Them teeth are not looking so white anymore. But that's what it looks like on the hand. That's what it looks like on my lips. So I think it's safe to say we won't be wearing that one. Here is Featherless. Let's swatch that right there next to that one. Very light peachy. Picking up the light there. Let's see if I can swatch that. There, boy, since there's nothing else on my lips going on there. This one seems kind of light too, but I could probably get away with it throwing on the right lip liner with it. But there goes that one. Next up, we have Pout of Paradise. And this is one I said is like that muted orange, like soft terracotta look. Oh, I like that one on the lips more than I thought I would. Hello. Oh, and I really do like that one a lot more than I thought. And let's swatch it on the hand next to the others. And there we go. That's what that one looks like right there. Surprisingly like that one better. Now, even though this last one got here with no sealing on it, for y'all, I'm going to take the plunge, take the risk. This one is called Shut the Pluck Up. It's also got my favorite name to it, little scandalous little name there. So we're just going to do it. Why not? Let's do it. Let's go. Oh, I tore that up. What? Check that. Alright, never mind the fact that the swatch looks terrible on my lips. Let's do it on my hand next to the others. Not really digging this color too much. It just makes me look dead. And the pale purpleness of it doesn't really, I don't know. It needs some more opacity to really come through because as sheer as it is, it's just not really doing the job. But that's it there next to the others. And then we have here the liquid liner in Gilded Wings, the metallic liquid liner in Gilded Wings. Okay. Hello. Okay. And the next one up we have is Winged and Wild. And this one, like I said, shows a very hunter green look on the cap. Oh. That, I really hope it shows up on camera how nice and like forest hunter green that really is. Does it match the cap? But that actually is a really nice green. Too bad you kind of have to be up close to it to really get the full effect of the fact that it is green. And then last but not least is the Perfect Pout Lip Scrub. So, you get a real strong watermelon scent going on there. Is that? No way. That dried out. Hold on. I don't know if I'm just having bad luck with this or what. Is it supposed to be this dry? Because usually Usually lip scrubs are soft enough that you can really get the, I mean, I'm getting product out as I do that, but that is stiff and I don't know that it's supposed to be. Usually you should be able to get up enough. I mean, I guess I dug enough out of there. It does taste faintly like watermelon. But I don't recommend anyone else tasting anything. I have issues. I taste way too many things I'm not supposed to. I don't recommend doing that. But anywho, let me wash all this stuff off of me and then I'll come back and we'll just start doing the looks one by one. Be right back. So I almost have a full face done. I bronzed my forehead. I didn't bronze my cheeks or anything or contour because I want to put the blush on now, and I just want to see the full vibrancy of the blush without being distorted by anything else. For the record, I do have my Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation on my face, and I have my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer under my eyes. So moving right along here, the color of the blush that I want to use. Do I want to use Don't Flutter Yourself, or do I want to use Dare to Soar? You know what? Because Dare to Soar is the most like pigmented looking jewel toned one. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take a Wet n Wild powder brush and use that as my blush brush. So here we go. We're just going to dip right into this sucker here. It doesn't look like there's much of on the brush, but you know what? I've learned not to, you know, assume that won't mean any color's gonna come off. So let's see what we get here. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yas. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna have to tone that down. Okay, but what I'm gonna show you is, you see that once it catches the light, you definitely, I mean, you could put a highlighter over that if you wanted to, but you certainly don't need it if you didn't want it. Because that catches the light, and that sheen that's over that color, that already grabs enough light. So we are going to try to buff that sucker in as much as we can. And just look like a harlot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go in on the other cheek here. Yeah, see, I put significantly less on that. Wow. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go tone down this other cheek and we'll be right back. Okay, so I got that other cheek under control. If you want to know what I did, all I did was grab the blender that I used to put on my foundation and then just tapped over it, so that way it brought it down a bit. But as you can see, still, that is picking up the light. And if you wanted to skip a highlighter altogether, you'd be able to go now, because I want to see what the other colors would look like. I'm not going to layer them on my cheeks. I'm not going to do nothing crazy. But I am going to take another brush from the Wet n Wild palette, and I'm just going to put it on like my collarbones, make them pop, put on my collarbones and stuff. I just want to see what all we get out of here if we do all of this. See, that color can kind of fade into the skin. And all you get is like that highlight that just kind of grabs the light and pops out there. Look at that. Woo, baby. Look at that. I'm going to use the other one and hit these shoulders. Let's see here. Just dip into that right there. Put that in the light and see what that looks like. Oh, this one I like as a body highlight. Yeah, I don't think I would like this one on my cheeks. But as a body highlight, oh, I like the glow that gives a lot. That is pretty. Look at that. So we have like the shoulder that's got nothing. I mean, so all it's got is lotion. So it does look a little reflective. But for the most part, look at that side. What? Oh, I like, okay, so I definitely like this one, the Hummingbird Hype, as a body highlight for sure. Let me even out my shoulders now. Now let's pick a lippy. So out of all of them that I swatched earlier, you already know that the one I liked the most, that's not that one, it was the Pout of Paradise. So we're going to go ahead and throw that sucker on right now. Yeah, that doesn't match at all, but we're going to pretend it does. We're going to pretend it does because it's the one I like the most. And last but not least, let's end this off with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer Spray Water. And what does it say? Paradise Potion. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I'm not even, where am I spraying? All right. So that's what I was able to do on my face with all the products in the collection. Now, in case you're thinking, oh, she's crazy, she didn't do mascara, she didn't do, you know, a couple of other things, it's because I just wanted to use everything from the collection. I just wanted to see how everything from the collection performs, and I just wanted everything from Wet n Wild to stand out on my face. So I did not forget, I opted not to use anything else except for what came from the collection. A few notes about everything. As far as the eyeshadows go, these two palettes, I have to say, the very first one, just a little too plain for me. It's not something that's, you know, spectacular or brand new. I have, you know, a dozen other palettes that have similar colors, and considering the fact that when I put these two on, I did them exactly according to how they're all marked off when you look at the palettes. They're not exactly the way I would apply these colors. So that's just something to keep in mind, which 9 times out of 10, I don't think people really do just go by the way it's marked off. But I wanted to do it just to see what it would look like to begin with. I have to say that this one has definitely the least punch out of all of them, especially the color marked as eyelid. Even after I wet that, now mind you, I didn't use my MAC Fix Plus. I did not use my Mario Badescu spray, which are the two sprays I usually go to when I really want to spray a color down and punch it up. I used the Wet n Wild spray itself, so that really didn't help that color stand out much more anyway. The only thing you really get from it is this gold sheen. That's what stands out the most, but the actual color itself, that doesn't really come through at all. And the next one, again, this like wine berry color, I think is so beautiful. And like I said, when I use this palette again, I'll definitely apply it differently than the way it's marked off. Not bad colors, but again, nothing spectacular, nothing amazing, nothing out of this world, nothing that you haven't seen already before. Now, when it comes to this one, these jewel tones in here are freaking beautiful, and you already saw I applied them both completely dry, and even completely dry, the color payoff that you get was way more than I was expecting. So I'm really surprised by those. Now, yes, you may or may not have colors like this in your palette. Yes, in your collection. You can find them in other palettes. I'm pretty sure if I go through, I can probably find 1 or 2 of them in, you know, one of my other palettes. But for something quick to throw together, to have all of these here together, the transition was a really great transition color. I like the brow bone color. I use that for the brow bone and for the inner corner highlight. I think that's a beautiful pop of color that really does come through. And forget it, the green and purple jewel tones, holy monkey, the minute I put those on, that really surprised me the most. So as something quick like this to just take wherever you need to go and just have some punches of color, you're not looking for a basic everyday look, although you could probably pull one together just using these together and then one or the other of these colors, but still, that's something that I would definitely be excited about. As far as the liquid liners go, the gold one, I don't even know what I did with the green one right here. The gold one, it was a little disappointing to me. I was so excited when I saw it and I swatched it on my hand, but once you go to put it on your eyes and you're actually putting it over other makeup, it gets a little chunky, it gets a little streaky, it skips a little bit, and you have to really build up that color. It doesn't go on smooth or anything, and it seems to have a hard time really showing on top of any other makeup. So that was just a little disappointing. I'm willing to work with it to use it again, but would it be my go-to or my favorite? Absolutely not. The green one, however, that even though I used it a small bit, I didn't get to use it much, it still went on smoothly over the other makeup. It went on smoothly over the gold because I used it to line just under it. And the color, it looks so much better in person than it's coming off on camera, and I know that. But this green, this is such a beautiful green. This is one that I would go to again. This is one I would recommend, and it does work so smoothly. I was so happy about that. The blushes, woo, we saw these suckers together. Now, the only thing to keep in mind is depending on your complexion, holy monkey. Okay, I didn't break it. So depending on your complexion, depending on your skin tone, will determine which one will work for you. Keep in mind that they're more I would say, on the highlighter side than they are blushes. You already saw with that very first application. Yes, you can pick up a little on your brush and you will get a deep application with it, especially if you have a lighter skin tone. However, you will pick up more of that shine. So if that's not the kind of thing that you go for, it's something to keep in mind when considering purchasing this. But they're not bad as body highlighters. I like those colors from the collarbone to what I threw on my shoulder there as body highlighters. I could definitely see me using these two here, the two lighter ones, and then continuing to use this one as a cheek blush plus highlight whenever I want to do my face. As far as the lip scrub goes, I didn't do this part on camera, but when I went to take off the last of the swatches from the lipstick, the lip gloss that I did use it. Now, it seems that it is meant to be drier. When I first talked about it being kind of dry and looking almost chunky, it seems like it's supposed to be that way because you really are just like legit using it to just scrub your lips and whatever's on there. So it's not like other ones that I have where it comes out almost looking a little bit like a gloss. Like there's sugar scrub in here, but it comes out in a squeeze tube and you kind of get it to, and it just glides right over because it's like half gloss and then sugar scrub in it. That one looks like it's just granules of sugar in a thick paste to really scrub everything off. So keep that in mind. Again, going along with your preferences for sugar scrubs for your lips. And as far as all of the glosses themselves, I think it's a comfortable formula. I can rub my lips together. I can speak. I can I can pull my lips apart. You don't get that sticking together. You don't get that super tackiness. You don't get those strings that you see pulling apart sometimes. So it's a very, very comfortable lip gloss formula. I'm going to play around with this one and some select lip liners to see if I can get this to work for me. This one is featherless and it is that pastel peachy color because I like it, but I definitely look a little corpsey with it on. So I'm going to have to find some way to punch it up. This one that's on my lips now, Pout of Paradise, I like it a lot. I like it by itself. This will be a fun summer color to just throw on and be out the door. Fly Gal is just definitely not for me. It almost gave my lips like this cold blue looking color, like when you're just outside and you're cold, and just that's definitely not for me. And the Shut the Pluck Up, though I love the name, unfortunately this color just didn't work for me either. It's not opaque enough, and that like weird streaky pastel-y purple that comes out of it, you know, just not for me. And the primer water, I did notice some, you have to get it pretty close to your face to spray, because holding it out far, like, I don't know if anyone noticed, holding it out far, where I would normally hold most of my setting sprays from, it didn't really seem to even reach my face, so I had to get much closer to my face. Even though the spray is pretty wide, you have to go several times over each part of your face, because I don't really feel like it hits every part of your face as wide as it is, which is odd. I did notice that there were a few large droplets. I did let them dry on their own and they seemed to settle right into, you know, my skin. So there was no issues. It didn't break up the makeup or separate it or anything, which is good. And that's pretty much it. I'll have to, you know, wear that a few more times to see how the lasting power of it really is, because it says primer water spray. So I'm guessing you should really use it more as a primer than you should a setting spray. But I usually don't prime my face before. I usually just set my face after, and I have plenty of other sprays that are primer waters that I've used as setting sprays that have worked just fine. So overall, I am very glad that I got the collection. I'm very glad that I got to try everything that was here for the price, $34.99. I think that was a really good price to be able to get so many products, to try so many of the products. And again, as long as you know how to work with them, they're all really good products. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. It just comes down to personal preferences as far as colors go, as far as formulas go, and as far as what works for you and your skin tone. So that's everything that I have for you there. If you have any further questions about anything I discussed today, please leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. If you haven't already, please comment, rate, subscribe, ring that notification bell. And that's all I have for you tonight. You all have an amazing weekend wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.